Hey everybody, welcome to Nerfcast. This is Josh.
And Arjang.
Hey, so, not a whole lot going on today. Actually the past few weeks, Nerf-wise, we got a couple of, new products that we got pictures of, but we don't know anything about. So...
They look nice.
They do look nice.
That's what we know. We know that they look nice.
A lot of them look good. A couple of them don't, because they like one shot and that's it.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna talk about game. We just had game, Saturday.
Yeah, that nice big raffle.
Yeah, we had the really big raffle.
You guys gave away like $500 worth of products?
Something crazy like that.
It was people were paying $1 for 2 tickets.
Yep.
But the chance to win things that were worth like around $50 to $80 each prize packet.
Yeah. Each prize was like, holy crap. I was originally gonna give them away individually, but a lot of people didn't show up.
Yep.
A lot of people were interested. Actually, we got more people say, "Hey, how can I buy tickets online through PayPal and have you like write my name on them so that we can pull them?"
That is something to think of for the future.
Yeah, I thought about that. Like,
And that's actually pretty cool doing it one per, but I read it wrong. I thought it was gonna be one ticket to rule them all. I'm like, you're crazy. I can't believe you're doing this.
That would have been awesome. Everybody would have been like super excited but super let down as soon as they didn't win.
Unless it's the one guy who buys a ticket and just wins it out.
Dude, yes. The one ticket to rule them all. Like, I just had one. That's what happened. I don't know. Yeah, that was dope. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Never seen people get so quiet so quick.
Oh yeah. If you want to calm people down at your Nerf game, this was discovered this weekend. Just have a raffle. Doesn't matter what for, but just start saying numbers. Everyone will go dead quiet.
Yeah. Like, oh man, it could be like rules. Hey, we're trying to get people together for the next game. Like blah 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 blah. 6-3. What? What do you say? What was that? Oh, so that was good.
There's also
Oh
you brought that
yeah.
Super Zeus.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
All right, the All Father. I'm just gonna call it the All Father, because he pimped that thing out with all the balls.
Oh yeah. We had actually that was his buddy who built it. I'll get the channel name. I forget the channel name off the top of my head, but it's the one that hopefully you've all seen on Reddit because it was on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I didn't get like 500 upvotes because it's like the dopest thing in Nerf technology that we've seen in like a year.
That's because there's only 400 Nerfers.
Apparently. Yeah. So it was like the crazy 5600 something Zeus or something like that. They just had all the full auto, all the high impact rounds just coming at you. It was pretty crazy.
It was great being on its team.
Yes.
It was terrifying turning the corner and seeing a hail of yellow just raining down on you.
Oh, dude, it was rough. I mean, you don't even have to aim. You just hold the trigger down. It was like... Brrr.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm turning the corner with the Buzzbee champion.
Yeah, so that's the thing, like, with it, like, normally, one of the sort of downfalls of Rival is that it's really easy to dodge. Like, we had a lot of people running Rival this game. As opposed to last game, we had a few people, and they sort of cleaned up.
Yeah. This
This game, we had, like, a lot of people, so it was a little bit more even with Rival on either side. The teams, I'm not going to say were even, because that was not true in the slightest. But,
They were definitely teams.
They were teams. You can say that.
Definitely teams.
But, like, you can dodge them, right? Even in a Zeus, like, pop, 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 I was like, woo, woo, woo. Oh, once I'm past, like, 30 feet, it's like they hit a wall. It's like a bullet hitting water, like...
Well, yeah, but when you're within that, 0 to 29, you're getting hit.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting hit.
They're money. They're right on target.
Yeah.
But after that, suddenly it's like it slows down Matrix style, like, whoop.
Well, yeah, past 30 feet, it goes kind of just haywire, because at one point he was firing at me, and Reddit, I'm not going to lie, I wear bigger clothes to look smaller, but that doesn't hide a lot. I'm like 280, 5'8", and once they got past 30, they were going around me like I'm Foam Nito.
Master of foamnetism.
Exactly. If I could somehow translate that into, 15 feet.
Money.
Yeah.
Money. But yeah, it was pretty deadly. If he just unloaded a full arsenal, it's kind of like going against, like a Boom Nitron. Like a normal Nitron, you can dodge the discs. They go really slow. But at some point, you have a wall of discs coming at you, like...
It's basically the scene from 300, just with little foam yellow balls.
Right. The only solace is with the high impact rounds, they do tend to start to die, whereas the discs would just keep floating along like for an hour. But that thing was a murder machine, man.
Yeah.
Out on the field, just. I think his only problem was that he kept running out of ammo.
Yes.
Which is to be expected. Anything you got that's full auto like that, you're expecting to just burn through it. And you can't reload. So he can quick reload, right? Because the top opens, and like you can just dump ammo in there, but you can't like have extra clips on you.
Right.
So,
I mean, and even for the dump, I mean, at that point you're gonna have to hope that everyone around you is at respawn.
Yes.
So you can put it down, fill it up, or if you have an ammo meal, just constantly pouring balls in.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was the top where you actually load up. I guess is sized for a hopper. Mm. So you could get, I don't know if it was like a paintball hopper, like what he was using, but you could throw it on there and you could just put even more in, so it would just keep feeding tons and tons.
It was a beautiful thing to see, even when I was on the opposite team.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see, you're like, oh, there goes my team charging again. He's going to take at least 3 of them out.
Yup, that happened. It was beautiful, man. It was crazy seeing it on field. I suspect that we will start seeing some more of those, because it looks like it's complicated but relatively easy, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I don't know, it makes like perfect sense. Exactly, yeah, like a whoop, and then you get the thing and the fan, like, woo.
To me, I mean, I don't mod, so to me it's all voodoo anyway.
Yeah, see, for me, I was like, see, this is what I was talking about, like having a tube come out and then come up to the top where you could put like a hopper on it.
Yeah.
I think the stroke of genius for me, because for me I was like, well, gravity's gonna feed and blah, blah, was the fan. That was the stroke of genius. Really like, good. Oh, yeah, that makes all the sense.
Yeah. And also,
I you know what? I'm gonna apologize, because actually it was passed around to a few different people.
But the guy that made it, guy that brought it.
You know what? I'm gonna give channel names. I don't remember, but the guy who made it.
But the guy who made it, if you're watching this, and I'm pretty sure you are, you're subscribed. I know it. I actually really like his enthusiasm in.
Oh, dude, he's an awesome player.
You know, it's winter now. All our games are outdoors, so we burn a lot of daylight. Mm-hmm. We needed to clean up, but he was really wanting that third round of the game just so he could fire more.
He did. He was like, "No, let's get one more," and I'm like, "Dude, I want to." But I've like, one of the first games we ran, and it wasn't at where we play now. We stayed until it was getting dark, and we're like, yeah, now we'll clean up.
Oh yeah,
that did not happen.
Yeah, it was
like the park rangers came and were like, you have to leave. Like, we're trying to clean up. We promise we're trying to clean up. Like, it's just, we don't want to leave this out here. I mean, they were cool about it, but at the same time, we learned a real hard lesson about, like, no, we have a cutoff time for a reason. If we go a little bit, like, 5 o'clock is kind of where we have it right now, because it's getting dark at about that time. We're like, all right, we got to start at around 5. If we have a round and it goes to 5:30, that's cool, but we can't start playing after, like, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
But yeah, but spring, summer, we we got longer days here.
Yeah, we got to like 7.
Yeah, we got until 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, then you put another hour for Paul to go around and collect darts.
Pick up everything, yeah.
Because we swear we cleared the whole field. He's out there for an hour on his own. He comes back with like a bucket.
Oh yeah, he's got like both of his pockets full, like a pouch.
Like, I think
his hat, he puts things in.
Like, I think he drives off and buys more darts just to come back and look like he found all these darts.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm like, dude, he is the dart sweeper.
Which is also good for community.
Yeah.
If you guys play, do shag your darts.
Yo, for sure.
The more people who shag in between rounds, the more rounds you can have.
Yeah, that's what we try to tell people. Like, hey, the faster you pick things up, the faster we can just go around and keep going. That's one of the big things why, we start at noon. Only because people don't show up before noon. Few people do, but we'd have like really small games, and it was just easier to start at noon. And we'd go until about 5. I mean, that's 4 hours, and they're 15-minute rounds. Huh? Well, yeah, but okay. So if we get there at noon, then people have to load up, and we have to do the walkthrough. So I usually just drive an hour.
4 hours.
So it's about 4 hours, right? I mean, you got to clean up and all the other stuff. Rounds are 15 minutes, right? Then you switch sides, and you do a second round, and then that's one King of the Hill round. So it's half hour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of half hours in 4 hours, right? We still only get 2 games in, so that's 1 hour, right? Half hour and a half hour. That's one game. That's 1 out of those 4 hours is being used to play Nerf.
Well.
Which it seems, because it's crazy, because before when we first started, and we were doing this like twice a month, like every 2 weeks, we would start at like 9 a.m. and then like go until 7, so we're getting 8 to 10 hours of Nerf. It was nuts.
I don't know how you guys talked me into doing that early. Those early games.
We were excited, and there weren't a lot of us. It's not like now where like the organization takes a long time, right?
Yeah.
Because when you have 30, 40 people showing up, and you got to count them all, put them all on teams. Before we all knew each other, it was like, hey, there's 10, 12 people. Like, okay, we're done. Let's go off, play, bam. Now it's like, all right, we got to organize, we got to give out bandanas, we got to let everybody load up. People have to, now there's a dart pool that people have to pay into. And I mean, it's all been for the betterment of what I would say the betterment of our group. There's more organization, and we definitely have more players.
Yeah, there's not as much chaos.
Yeah, there's not as much chaos. But there definitely is that downside where you got a lot of people, it's going to take you a little bit longer to start up and get playing and doing things.
I mean, and I think the biggest issue with our group is a lot of people, for some reason, as soon as the first round is over, everyone goes back to the benches.
Yeah.
Like, some of us are out there shagging darts, loading up our clips. All right, where's the rest of my team? Okay, there's 5 of us here. We have 10 more people on our team. Where are they?
Oh, man, that's usually the one that kills me. It's not even like, we get a lot of people that, you know, they'll pick up some stuff, but then it's kind of like, all right, I'm full. I filled up all my stuff. Then I must have done my part.
Yeah.
And, you know, I would encourage everybody to always pick up even more than that. That way, like you were saying, the more you do it, the faster you do it, the more you can play. People go back to the benches, and it's like, but the respawn's over here for this other group, and then you're waiting for like 1 or 2 people. Like, where are they?
Eileen.
I don't know. They disappeared. But I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a really good community of players.
Yeah.
Just for the mere fact that everyone's, for the most part, enthusiastic.
Yup.
For the most part, we all get along.
Yup.
And it's just a lot of fun. Just even if you see the person you don't get along, it's like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna sneak up on him.
I'm gonna get that guy.
Especially when I sneak up on people. I'm the fat sneak. I don't know how people don't see this.
You're the master of sneaking up. I don't know. People can sneak up on me mad easy.
Yeah.
Because I always expect my team to have my back. Because I'm like, hey, let me get that side. You check that way. You know, we'll both go 2 different ways. It's like army of 2.
Yeah.
Somehow the other way never gets guarded.
I mean, but that, you know, that's, I think that goes into when we always talk about communication. Amongst the team. It's key.
Oh, it's huge. That was a huge factor this weekend, actually.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, we did talk about teams being a little bit imbalanced. And it just we randomize them, and then we let people trade. Like, if you got a friend you came with, I don't want to be like, hey, you can't play with your friend. But you know, we also don't limit things like, hey, you've got too many rapid strikes, so you need one to come over here to balance out teams. Like, hey, sometimes that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, but actually, we had one game. I want to say, rapid strike came out 2 years ago, or was it last year?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
I think it's 2.
I have a bad memory.
Yeah, no, 2 years ago.
Reddit, I have a bad memory, so. But when it comes to dates. Events, though, I'm solid. But we had one game where the other team had all the autos. They had stripes, they had rapid strikes.
Yeah.
The rest of us had retaliators,
and rampages, and alpha troopers. I remember that.
And we somehow took out the other side. We're like,
Yeah, it was almost exclusively full auto versus not.
But I think that was that game where most of the veteran players, I don't know how.
Yeah,
we're on one team, so everyone knew each other, but we were also communicating really well.
That's why I always tell people, because that happened this game where, you know, I was like, hey, what do you think? This looks really, you know, one-sided, and I'm like, hey, I've seen this happen where, you know, even though everybody's got full auto stuff and we don't, if you have good communication and you're just better with knowing, hey, we need to do this, we need to assess the situation, we need to attack that point now because they're over here, they're weak there, and we're just really Johnny on the spot, you can overcome it, definitely. That did not happen. The other team, to be perfectly fair, the other team had even better communication. So it wasn't like they had walkie-talkies, which I've been trying to push at our games for a long time. I have like 3 or 4. I used to have like 8, and I got rid of some because they were kind of janky.
Look, if you get one that looks like the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
Walkie-talkie, I'll use that.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
But I'm super happy that they brought them because it wasn't on my team, but I saw them using them, and I'm like, dude, it's super helpful. And I talked to them about it, like, hey, how did it work out? Because a lot of people that I've talked to are like, you know, our field doesn't feel big enough for walkie-talkies. You can almost yell at someone.
Yeah.
But it seemed to work really well, especially because we have points that you can't be in visual contact with each other at, and you can just, hey, call for help without, like, yelling and screaming. And in the heat of battle, and especially if you don't know everybody on your team, because this happened to me multiple times where I'm like, if it's you, I'd be like, Zhang, and you'd be like, what up? Right? If it was B.F.U, I'd call B.F.U, and he'd turn around because he knows somebody's calling him.
Yep.
If I don't know somebody and I'm yelling like, bridge, like, what? Sometimes you'll be like, blue team, and they're not really paying it. Like, oh, I'm blue team. I wonder who they're yelling at. Blue team.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that once. I just forget what team I'm on, and I have to look down.
Oh, I've done that many a time when I'm flipping a timer.
Yeah.
I run up and I'm like, crap, hold on. What? Oh, yeah.
White.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh, hold on.
Neutral time.
Especially if it's not, like, usually if I run up and it's already flipped, right, I'm just like, well, it's already on red, I must be blue. Or we've had the point the whole time and this was kind of pointless. But, yeah, the communication thing was really big. Walkie-talkies, I think, even, like, unless you have a really, really small field, I think can be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, well, the other advantage of walkie-talkies is, if I'm yelling, hey, there's two coming on, portable side.
Yeah.
They'll know I see them.
Exactly.
And they're like, okay, we've been spotted.
Right, so we can get ready and hunker down in position, like, all right, they're calling, so they know that we're over here, we need to get ready.
Yeah.
But with walkies, you can say, like, hey, somebody's over at portables, but be, like, hiding. So when your reinforcements come, they don't know that you've been spotted on one side or the other, so you can act like a decoy and use your radio to get somebody else to come in and help. And it's super great for coordination.
Also, like you said, it once you've played with people a lot, you recognize their voices, you know when they're on your team and not.
For sure.
We had one moment at this last game where I'm hiding in the cubby with the bridge timer.
Yes,
and there's Ryan, you guys have seen him on the games. He's a guy who's always running and always dropping a blaster.
Yes.
He's yelling out three portables or something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy on my team was like, what side? What side? And I'm looking at him like, he's on the other team.
Yes!
He's not going to tell you.
Yes!
And he's like...
You're right. No, that makes sense. I remember that. I actually specifically remember hearing he's on the other team. Oh. Oh, so it was really good. Yeah, we didn't fare so well, but there were a lot of really cool mods and things out. We got a lot of people out for that raffle. Yeah. That, we hadn't... I mean, some people that we've seen before, but, like, a lot of our regular people weren't there. Yeah. But all of these people that, they might have made a game or two showed up, so it was awesome to have people out for the raffle.
We had one guy from Denver, Colorado. I think he lives here in Cali now, but his number one thing he told us was he's from Denver, so we're like...
Yeah, I think he's going back up there.
Oh, is he?
Right?
Yeah.
Colorado, Oregon.
Well, even if he won, like, 2 sets of the raffle.
Oh, so, okay, I know what you're
talking about. So he's going back to Denver with some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was funny, because we had a lot of people buy a lot of tickets, but, like, there were a lot of people that won more than one thing. Like, a couple of people just got 2 or 3 things. And, I mean, like, when we say things, it was, like, one of the actually, if you follow us on Twitter, I think I put up almost all of the prizes the way they'd be given out. So... It wasn't like, oh, cool, I won this Needler. It was, you won all of the Halo Boom blasters.
Yeah, they won the Needler, the 2 hand blasters.
Yeah, like
the carbine.
Yeah. That was,
like,
was awesome.
A lot. And that was Kyle.
Oh, yeah, Kyle did win those.
That was open Kyle.
Yeah, oh, I was so sad. Because I saw him on field with it, and then I came around the corner, and the Needler's just on the ground, and I'm like, oh. That is my favorite of those blasters.
It lights up.
It lights up. And then it counts down with the little...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. I love that thing.
Actually, speaking of Kyle's, one of them had the walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
Other Kyle.
Right, other
Kyle.
One
I call him Armory because this cat always has 4 or 5 blasters on him. So he'll tag me out with a rapid strike. I'll be like, all right, when I turn this corner, he's got the rapid strike. Then boom, he's got this weird slingshot thing. I'll be
yeah.
But he goes with that B.U.R.N rule of you use what you can carry with you.
Yeah.
He's actually carrying all of his stuff on him.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it when people are leaving things at respawn point just to like, ooh, well now I have a full blaster with all this other stuff that I'm going to just swap out.
This cat, just all of it.
All of it on. That's the way, and hey, that's why we have the rules the way that we have them. Yeah. I think it's more fun that way because you can see people start out with a ton of stuff and they just keep paring down.
Oh yeah, as the round goes on, there is less on him. Which is which is great because you don't have to worry about the rapid strike anymore. But then he's that much faster.
Oh yeah, I think
he's dropping weight off of himself.
I've seen it before where I'm like, didn't he have this before? And then he's like got a strife or retaliate or something, and like a slingshot. That's it. And I'm like, oh.
He's also got that sling fire action down. Like he can flip it around.
Oh.
And stuff. Well, me
when
I'm there, I'm like, eh.
Oh yeah. Sling fire. That thing is still not the most effective, but it's somehow fun. Yeah. Oh man, it looks like a ton of fun when they're out there running. I'm just like, dang. That looks awesome.
Like I ran it for a couple games, but I'm not doing the flips.
Yeah, not like that. Like, oh man, the sledge fire was out as well, which is surprising. I'm like, sledge fire, but we've seen this sledge fire and the guy who runs sledge fire out all the time. I'm not throwing all the names out because some people I don't know how cool they are with just having names out and pictures and stuff. But dude, that thing he does work with it. I don't know how he does it. That thing like. I use one, it goes 20 feet, all the darts go bleh, in like 2 directions.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that was terrible. He's out there like, I'm like, what is going on? This cat, dang.
He's got those bionic arms then.
Yeah, he's got it like on a sling, and he's like, boom, and then he just cracks it and like drops and throws. I'm like, wow, you practice this.
I saw him do it when he was on my team. He popped it, dropped it in, popped it back up. Didn't look.
Right. I'm just like, what? How did you?
I picture him at home, hanging upside down with a blindfold on, taking it apart, putting it back together. I don't know if that's what you do, but in my heart,
that's how you'll be remembered in the off season. That's
yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. I love when we have. I wish it was a little bit more diverse with teams and stuff because we had people running like some crazy stuff, and that was a lot of fun. Like I said, when Kyle won the Needler, he started running that.
Yeah.
We gave away a modulus with almost everything. The stock was missing. And this is all stuff that, we've either... A lot of it we got for free from other people, from stuff. We never keep anything that we get for free. If someone donates it to us, it always goes back to the raffle.
Yeah, Josh got a couple of... Like a bow and the crossbow from Zing to do a review.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, he put that straight into the raffle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we told them we'd do the review, but I'm not going to keep it. That just, I don't know. It
just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right to be like, you gave it to me to review. I can't give it back to you. It's open now, but, it's passing that along.
Yeah.
So.
And then, someone's going to try it. They're going to show it to someone at home.
Exactly.
I mean,
they enjoy it.
That's how it goes. I mean, Nerf is a very word-of-mouth type of game.
It really, really is. Like, I remember at work, somebody was like, hey, you're from Bay Area Nerf. I was watching some videos because I was looking at the event came up on some sort of social media feed for them, and they're thinking about going to it. Not this event, the previous one. And I was like, yeah, what do you need to know? And then now there's 3 or 4 people in the office that are like, oh, hey, Josh, Nerf stuff, blah, blah. I'm like, wow, I've worked here for so long, and no one ever... but they have a Nerf arsenal. Now then they got it at up in their section, and they're firing stuff at each other, and I'm like, this is awesome.
And, that's the great thing about Nerf right now is that if you come in fresh, there's a lot of good options out there. You don't have to do a lot of modding if you're not comfortable yet.
It's not like the dark days.
Yes.
The yellow days.
Yeah. When you came out with the deploy and you thought you were hot stuff.
Ooh, yeah, the deploy.
And you got that 10 feet of range and you're like, ooh, I need to get it a little closer.
Yeah, but you bought it because it flipped and it looked so cool.
Yeah.
You were like, it's okay, hold on. I was on the deploy side. For serious Hasbro, I still don't understand how that was ever supposed to be a flashlight. At least the purse one looks like a purse. It was flashlight action. Ain't nobody going around with a deploy, carrying it by the carry handle with the light no, this is just flashlight. Mm-hmm. You didn't know I had a Nerf blaster? What in the world? I get it. For the HVZ community, I think the purse one was really cool because you could sort of disguise it as a purse and have it on your person the rest of the day and just flip it and bam, you're good to go.
I mean, that's great for that, the games they used to have up in the city where they had that assassin mode.
Exactly, stuff like that. Where you wanted a blaster that you could kind of disguise as something. Cool. This served no practical purpose as being disguised. And, there was no game type where you were going to be using that, where you needed a flashlight like that. You were just going to be like, yeah, this is my flashlight I carry with me everywhere.
But still, you had that really cool ability to just transform.
It was
kids from the early 90s, Transformers were a big thing.
Oh yeah, I remember when I bought that because there's an airsoft gun. I always want to say blaster, and then I'm like, wait, no, I'm talking about airsoft gun that's modeled after, I guess, a real gun that flips. It's compact.
Yeah.
And I forget the friggin' name of it right now, but it'll come to me as soon as we turn off the camera for the podcast. And it's just this tiny little briefcase looking thing, and you just hit it, and it's like a Glock that flips open and has like an extension and a bunch of stuff, and it's cool. And I remember because I knew people who were running an airsoft shop at the time, and they had just got it in like as a demo model, and they were like flipping it, and we were shooting it, and I'm like, yeah, you can't compete with this, and like flipped it. It's like shook. It was awesome. It was worth it just for the novelty of that.
Oh my, because you brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be at least one comment. On the YouTube.
Yup.
Airsoft is better. Grow up. I can see it happening right now.
Oh yeah. Surprisingly, we don't get a lot of those. I think we've got one comment that said like, "Aren't you guys a little old to be playing with Nerf?"
No, I dig that, but I mean, since you mentioned airsoft, someone's gonna bring it up.
I mentioned it before. I don't know. I'm waiting for them to come out of the woodwork. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything to them because I tend to not feed the trolls like that. There's just no point. I hate it when I see it because I'm like, yeah, I've airsoft. I've airsofted. I've done airsoft. You know what?
Airsoft.
I'm like, is it a verb? I do airsoft. Anyway.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what?
We're English teachers now.
Oh no, my whole thing is like, go do your thing. You're comparing apples and oranges.
Yep.
I mean, like, dude, we gave away a blaster to somebody who does real steel shooting, with single action stuff. I'm looking at you, Jedi TV. Yeah, but you don't go like, oh well, why are you doing airsoft? You should go and shoot real guns because they're different things. They're different sports. Like, you don't tell like people playing a sport like you should go play this other sport because it's better and more hardcore. Like, oh, you play basketball? Well, you need to play football. Like, what? Football? You need to play rugby. Like, there's just what?
See, I felt that was gonna be the natural progression.
Yeah, it's just like I don't understand when people do it. But it is what it is. Forget it. Forget about it.
Goddamn.
But yeah. It was a good day. We kept thinking it was gonna rain.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the day.
It had this entire it was really. I mean, it started to look like Mordor at one point, just all these clouds, and then it just kind of lightened up as the day went on.
Yeah, it was actually perfect Nerf weather. It was probably better than most of the days. So most of the days this entire season have been like stupid hot, which is why when we've only had like a couple games as opposed to 3, I haven't been like, man, we got to get people together so they get right back in the game. I'm like, no, I don't want nobody to heat stroke in my games. Like, y'all take all the time you need.
I mean, we had some record highs this year.
Yeah, it was crazy hot outside.
But,
and we have people full tack. Like, they got long sleeves, pants,
vest.
Then they got the vest on over that.
Little cowl.
Yeah, then they got that. We had somebody, I mean, man, there's a lot of stuff.
I mean, they went Steven Seagal full tack.
Yes. We had somebody playing a gas mask this time. We back. We doing our thing.
Yeah. I think the last thing you mentioned.
Oh, we were talking about the dude.
The gas mask.
Wears the gas mask.
Yeah, I don't. Well, for all I know, he could be one of those. I mean, I like doing mud runs. You've done them with me.
Yep.
And when I say we do mud runs, I mean he runs. Either way, but he could be one of those real mud runners.
Right.
That air restriction.
He'd be that Drago. He trains at home on a treadmill. He's hooked up to all the stuff.
He's got the scientists out there.
Pure oxygen. Like, I train like I'm at 1,800 feet every day.
Exactly.
I don't know if that's a lot. I think it's supposed to be 1,000, but I don't know.
See, that's how hardcore he is.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, heat stroke's a real thing. Don't mess around. It's hot where you playing.
Yeah.
Make sure you get water. Let people take breaks. I know some people want to play. Some people need that rest.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Real thing.
I know I need that rest.
You know.
I mean, you just gotta.
Yeah.
You just gotta get a break.
That's a real thing.
My favorite holds are the holds where I'm in the shade.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
Yep.
You're like, I'm just gonna stand right here. Yeah. No, take your time, family. You just walk on through.
No, take your time. Slow down. Slow down. But
yeah, good stuff, dude. I mean, we were talking about a bit about like community, communication, the community, a whole lot of different stuff.
Yeah, I mean, after each, after most games,
Mm-hmm.
we'll all usually meet up at a round table or someplace to eat and
Yep.
talk about how the game went.
Yep.
It's a good chance for the players to give Josh and Sean feedback
Yeah.
on how the game went, what they liked, what they didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're getting feedback, it's really important to be open to that feedback and not just block them out and think, well, they don't know what they're talking about. They might have a good point on something.
For sure. For sure.
And then on the flip side of that, it's also important that when you give feedback, you give constructive feedback. You can say, yeah, hey, that mode sucked.
Right.
Okay, why did it suck?
For sure. Sure.
Tell me why it sucked. I mean, you had a pretty good example, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of different ones, right? But like hats.
Yeah.
You were there when we created hats.
Yes, I was sleeping in the car.
Yeah. So Sean and I and Arjang, my girlfriend, we were coming back from Tahoe. We did Tough Mudder.
Yep.
See, Mud Run.
Sea Mask. It's all
There we
coming
go.
together.
You got it. But we started trying to make. Sean had the idea of making Team Fortress 2 like a game mode, right? Like he wanted to do something that's very much like TF2, and so we started coming up with like different classes and stuff, and how to balance the classes, what the objectives would be,
what every character's or hat wearer's role would be.
Exactly, and we were like, well, how do you know? I was like, one of the biggest things with me was like, I don't want a patch, because that was what we first talked about, like a patch that you could put on. Like that's cool from across the field. I don't know who's being
is
what.
Is that the heavy that I can go run away from, or is that the medic that I can just go and mess up?
Right, because sometimes, right, you're like, in games like that, you're like, ooh, we need to focus fire on this person. Because especially we had like someone who was like an engineer, and they were the only ones who could plant a bomb.
Right.
And you're like, all right, well, we need to get the dude who can plant the bomb before something happens. Right. So, the idea of wearing hats came up. That way you could see it from 360 degrees across the field. And it was like, cool. But we spent a lot of time on this game type. And it was like I said, back in the day, we were smaller.
It was decently thought out.
Yeah, I mean, we had like classes for everyone. It was made for like 6 or 7 people.
It was supposed to be. It was
per team.
Best case scenario was 6v6.
Yeah.
At most 8v8.
Yeah.
But that's when.
Because there were like 4 classes.
Yeah, that's when B.U.R.N, Barry, Nerf was first starting out.
Yeah.
I mean, now knock on wood, we got like 40 players.
Right. Yeah, we definitely
amazing.
We couldn't run it now, but when we did try to run it, we ran into some problems with a lot of people want to come out and just play. They just want to tag somebody.
Right.
Even now, so after that, we were like, hey, we need to try to make it as simple as possible. Capture the flag. King of the Hill is pretty simple. We wanted to make it like, listen, all you gotta do is flip a timer, and you just tag people. Other than that, even now, we get people who they'll run in, tag people, not flip a timer.
Yep.
They don't think about objective. They just want to be out shooting people, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Do your thing.
Because end of the day, the point of Nerf is to have fun. When you're losing, you're out there with foam blasters. You're there with your friends. You're there with someone you don't like, so you get to shoot them.
Exactly.
Legally.
Exactly. So we got a lot of feedback on that where people were like, this is confusing, or I didn't understand this. We thought we made it pretty clear, and it was pretty easy to understand. People, I think, we were like you said, still a small group. A lot of people just wanted to go out and shoot.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have to worry about, I need a medic, I need this person can plant the bomb, this person has a different because the heavy, to represent a heavy having more life, he had a mobile respawn instead of a respawn point, and it was like a lower respawn time or something like that. I think we might still have the rules on the website.
Check it out. Give us some feedback.
Right. So it's fun if you got a small group of people that are willing to go and like try different roles out and play different roles. But so we nixed it, right? We got feedback on that. We got feedback on like Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Yep.
Because a lot of people kept doing it.
It was just hard to police.
Yeah, we were just like, well, we can't punish people for doing this. Increase their respawn time. Like, let's just get rid of it. But we added that.
But you balanced it in another way that fine. Dead men can tell tales, but they can't pick up ammo. On their way back.
For sure.
Which is a lot easier to do.
Exactly.
Because you can see people picking. It's like, come on, man.
And I'd say that of the game types that we made from scratch and like original, we were probably most passionate about that one. We were really excited to try it. We spent so many countless hours rewriting the rules just to get that little bit well, what if they interpret it this way? All right, we need to make it very specific. So while it was disappointing, we ultimately you have to have people to play Nerf with. Right? So we're like, all right, well, we just stopped having it. And like you said, now we have way too many people for that. On the flip side, we had a dude who, this was like a real grievance that we had, right? This was real criticism that we got, was some people are faster than others, and that's not fair. I mean, at some point, skill comes into the game.
Right.
Right.
Skill, athleticism,
right.
what have you.
So, you know, like what you said,
yeah.
I want to take people's criticism and see, you know, all right, so you gave me something that you didn't like.
Right.
What do you propose we do about it?
I mean,
or are you just starting a discussion about it?
Yeah, we can't have a lot of... You can't, you know, before each game, set a timer. Okay, everyone get over here, run to the other side as fast as you can.
Exactly.
You know,
I mean, everybody's going to walk,
yeah.
right? If I get penalized for being fast, then I'm going to pretend to be slow until I have to be fast.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Then it was one of those things that just didn't make sense, but they didn't offer us anything either.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something like, hey, this is a concern, I'm just bringing up a discussion about it.
I do not like this.
That's not fair. Really? Why isn't it fair? Yeah. Well, just because you're not as fast as someone else? Like, sorry, dude. Like, so, you know, just keep that in mind. If you're giving feedback, if you can think of something to fix whatever the problem is, definitely give that to them. And if not, just say, hey, I want to throw this out there. I don't know if other people, you know, feel the same way. Maybe we can come together and figure out some other way to, you know, fix this problem.
Yep.
I mean, and if not, you have to accept that, hey, not everything is going to be exactly catered to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, but we get good people for the most part.
Yeah. And, you know,
good community.
Yeah, community is really great. I mean, and the games have evolved from what they were because of the community and seeing what people suggest. Case in point, King of the Hill, like we were just talking about.
Yes.
When King of the Hill first started, I mean, you've seen it on video, the gameplay videos out there, where it's, you know, they have these cube timers on tripods, and it's really amazing and it looks great.
Yep.
If you see some of the earlier videos, they were fold-out chairs.
Yep.
With these.
Oh yeah.
Little 2-button timers. And they weren't even red and blue. There's green, and I think you have...
Oh, yeah, I threw it somewhere. No, it's right over here. Oh. This, like, baby blue timer. And this is one of the things, like, this is why, you know, with War Room and stuff, getting people... We really wanted, like, our channel to be a little bit different and not just necessarily be reviews and mods, because I can't mod to save my life, really. I need someone else to do it first most of the time, and then be like, oh, that's cool. But thinking outside the box, right?
Yeah.
And doing something like this, like... A lot of times we'll get people like, those are like $40 timers, you know, I can't afford that. Like, that's cool. We didn't start out with $40 timers.
Yeah.
We have to do a proof of concept. We use
these.
These are $1, right? We got these at a dollar store. And we got 6 of them.
And then the pre-alpha,
right?
They were just stopwatches.
Yes.
They were just stopwatches.
So, I mean, it was like, hey, all right, this is good. It does what we want it to do, but, you know, people were clearing the timers. They had to hit stop on one and start on another. It was a lot of moving parts. And again... Like we said about our players, like, they want things to be really simple because they just want to get out and tag people for the most part. Some of them are really tactical, but others are like, I want to get to the tagging. I had too many buttons I have to hit. I don't understand. I just want to hit the thing. So, you know, Sean was awesome. He found these timers.
Yeah.
We invested in them.
Wherever you found them, man, that was a great find.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You got to invest some of... If you want to run, like, really interesting games and have stuff like that, you know, sometimes you have to invest some of your own money.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get the rest of your group together and say, hey, you know, maybe we do a dart rental thing, and anything that doesn't go to buying darts, we buy better timers. Or we just pull everyone together and say, we really want this.
Yeah, and there at the B.U.R.N games, there are dart rentals. You know, you pay $5 and you get all the darts you can use for the entire day.
Right.
I can tell you right now, we shared a place together. We do not live in splendor.
Oh no!
All that money goes straight back into into Nerf. It's there for buying blasters for reviews, buying new timers when they get busted or stolen.
Yeah.
Upgrading equipment.
Yeah,
it all goes right back into the community.
Yeah, everything that we've made from dart rentals goes right back into buying more darts and has been buying stuff for the community, buying better timers. We've had a timer go missing before we you know, use that money to buy a new one.
Yeah.
I don't even use that money to buy all of the things that I buy to review that I've purchased. B.F.U. or I purchased with our own money. If something's donated to us, like Zing wanted us to do a review of some of their stuff before. Anything that Zing's given us to review, we have given away in a raffle.
Yep, the Dino Hunter bow or crossbow was actually in the last raffle.
Yep, we have, and we've had people that have donated stuff to us before, like, hey, I don't want this, I don't want to give it to Savers because, you know, we know it's going to end up on the floor and kids are just going to be, like, ripping it apart.
Right.
I'd rather see it go to someone who can use it.
Yeah.
I'm always like, that's cool. Even if it's something I want, I mean, we had a Rhino Fire that was raffled off.
Yeah.
I would have kept the Rhino Fire and put it on my desk at work. I wouldn't have used it. I think it looks cool. It's definitely not the most effective blaster, but I wanted to keep it. Yeah. Sure. Someone gave it to me. They said I could keep it, but I just didn't feel right about it. Like, nah, I got it. I'm gonna, I gotta give back to the community as much as possible.
And it was a lot of fun seeing people at this giant raffle. Give just a few dollars for some. It was like I may have said it earlier. It was $1 for 2 tickets.
Yes, yeah.
So
people, for 2.
So people were buying,
normally it's like normally we do 1 for 3. I just hadn't bought another roll of tickets. We were gonna run out, so I made it 1 for 2.
It was rough in the hood.
And people were like, "That's really cheap." I'm like, "Dude, you get a free one ticket for just paying for dart rentals, which honestly is cheaper than buying darts." So
yeah. So all of that money is gonna go into next season.
Oh yeah.
Next season, and but just was great. Like I was saying, people got a lot of bang for their buck. Yeah. People were walking away with like packages of things that were worth around $80.
Oh yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, "Hey, you won this blaster.
Here's a jolt."
Right. It was, "Here's all of the Halo blasters."
Yes. From
B.U.R.N. Co. Here's the modulus and like every attachment you can get.
And then there was the big B.U.R.N. Co. blaster with the 2 drums.
Oh yeah, the Spinsanity? I forget what it's called.
It's actually called Spinsanity.
I think it's called one of them's called Spinsanity. It's either that one or the other one. We had both. That one and I forget which.
There was a lot of good things. I mean, Josh put everything up on the Twitter.
I did actually. Almost everything. I think there's pictures of, and the pictures that they're with, like it's the Doomlands blasters. You got both of them. There's the Mega stuff. You got both of them. The Rival stuff. You got all the Rival stuff.
But
anyway,
bringing back a little bit back to the community thing. So, if you see those old videos, you can try these game modes out at your own Nerf games or your own Nerf communities, wherever you're at.
Sure.
And you don't have to buy the expensive $40 timers unless your group wants to. You could try it out with, just these little kitchen timers and be like, "Hey, we like this game mode. Then let's see what we can do with it."
Yeah, and I mean, hey, if anybody has better alternatives, like people have emailed me multiple times about the cube timers. There's a pyramid timer that's like $30, I think. It's like $20 or $30. It's cheaper.
I think Novacon has them.
Novacon uses them. Our only problem with it is it has a specific stand because you have to have the pointy part of the pyramid pointing down, and we didn't have anything to put the stand on, so we just spent a little bit of extra money to get the cube. We're like, if we ever want to run more than, I think the cube timers or the triangle timers are 4 because there's 3 sides plus the bottom, right?
It's like D4. Yeah, it's pyramid.
Exactly, it's pyramid. As opposed to the 6 that are on the cube. We have never run a game where there's 6, right? But we wanted one to use in case of, we have a hold or whatever, it's not red or blue.
Yep.
And it was just easier for us. If somebody had a timer and they were like, "Hey, you can get this for $5 and it's, it's only 2, but you can pause it and it meets all your needs," like, dude, let the community know. That's what we're all about. Like, letting the community know how to do things, especially if you can do them for cheap. Yeah. Like, I love seeing games where people have, like, giant flags. Because that was one of the things that we did. We were like, "Oh, we love these, they're 7-foot flags with these big old unfurled
even they started out differently, too, because the flags were just poles in a bucket.
Yep.
Then it became poles with an alarm in a bucket.
Yep.
So when you pulled it out, the alarm went off.
Oh, so much fun.
Yep.
I remember the first time we did that, people were like, What the heck is that?"
But then, there were some R&D issues where, like, if the wind shifted it just a tiny bit, the alarms were blaring, and everyone runs back to the point, "No, the flag's still here."
Yeah, that happened.
But, the whole process is live and learn.
Right. I understand. People play however you want to play. That's usually kind of our thing.
Yep.
Whatever is fun to you, whatever rules that you and your players can handle, go for it.
Yeah.
I like to keep things super simple. That's why it's like if you tag person, their blaster, anything, you're out.
Yep.
You go back, you respawn. I want people to be able to play as much as possible. That's why we're like, "Yo, you have respawn times and you come right back in." There's no staying out permanently. We've tried games like that, and then if you were like the first person out, you're sitting around, and it's like not fun.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that was the death of the assassin game. Not assassin.
Assassination. Oh, Wingman.
Wingman. That was the death of Wingman.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wingman was like, we had some people like, it was really boring. It looked like a lot of fun, but I got out first, so I didn't do anything.
It happens, but
and maybe you only have a few people, and your people you play with are cool with doing that. So
yeah. It all depends on the community that you...
Exactly.
The community you build up is very important.
For sure.
I mean, you're not going to get along with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
God knows I don't.
Yep.
But, at the end, you still have that common denominator.
Right, you're all there
playing Nerf.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's what brought you together, and even... I always tell people, leave your grievances and stuff outside of the Nerf arena. But, it is what it is. You come in, leave your stuff at the door.
It's like Wile E. Coyote and that sheepdog.
Yes.
You clock in, you do your thing, you clock out, you're done.
Right.
You know.
Right. You don't have to get along with everybody. You just have to get along with them. I mean, I would definitely say try. Yeah. It's going to make things a lot more fun, a lot better for you, a lot better for the community if there's not like headbutting and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Nerf in the Bay Area, or B.U.R.N, has been going on
4 years. Is season 4?
4 years now.
I think so. Yeah.
We've had one half fight.
Oh yeah. We had one argument on field.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. That was it. That was the entire thing.
Yeah. I mean,
and let's say that's pretty good for any group, really.
Not
just Nerf group.
Yeah, for sure. And we regularly, the Nobicon guys, HVZ guys, used to be the TAC Ops guys.
Yep. And now we have the San Jose meetup guys coming in.
Yeah, so I mean, we all get along with each other. It's all cool. We try to promote each other's games. Yep. We tell people at our games about the others that are going on. Yep. It's about building that community, and I understand everybody doesn't always, live in the city like we do, where there's just a lot of things going on.
Yep.
But, you'd be surprised what you could get started, even if it just starts small. Yeah. A lot of people have emailed us like, well, there's only like 3 or 4 of my friends. Like, dude, I was trying to get Nerf going for like a solid year before we started, and when we did, it was like
me,
you, Sean, a couple of other people.
Zach.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, let's do a barbecue and play Nerf.
Yeah.
That was kind of like our, let's get people together for a barbecue, and then that'll be the activity that we do to try to get some people hooked. And we got some people hooked. There are a lot of people from that initial Nerf barbecue that do not show up.
Yes.
Like, probably 90% of the people don't show up.
Right, but some of them do sporadically come back, and it's always fun when they're back.
Right.
Will.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you have some people who went to some of those early games that they're in it all the time. Ryan, master of dropping a blaster. Eileen, I own the office.
Yes. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. We just got, I think we got really lucky. We have a good community. Even if people have problems, we're usually able to work it out.
Yeah, we have a good extended community.
For sure.
Like, the HVZ, Nerfcon.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I love it. I mean, you can Nerf just about every weekend.
Yeah. Actually, when I say we, I actually mean B.U.R.N. And by B.U.R.N, I mean Josh. The next, there's not going to be a next game possibly for us just because we have an outdoor arena.
Right.
Where we play at a school. And schools in California, for those of us who live here, we don't have real hallways.
Yes, that's a real thing.
But was it Nobucon's going to have one this coming Sunday?
This coming Sunday, it's from dusk till respawn on the 25th, October 25th.
I love what you guys do with the names.
I love what you guys do with the posters. They Photoshop all the blasters into people's hands and stuff. It's awesome.
I mean, I can do some Photoshop, but their Photoshop makes my stuff look like MS Paint. I've just got that little weird eraser tool.
Yes.
But then it's also like that's something that's really representative of the community. Like they use puns, and I love it. I love puns.
I love
it. Whereas Sean and Josh, when they first started doing B.U.R.N, they just started putting Nerf in for things.
Yes.
But there was always a theme every year. Like this year is James Bond. So I think the last game was a license to Nerf. Yeah,
something like that. I think so. Yeah. We did James Bond. We did like 80s power ballads, classic video games. It's been pretty good stuff. Action movies was year 1.
Yes, it was.
Because it was we did like half a year when we actually started up B.U.R.N. It was like halfway through what now we would call a season.
Yeah.
But we were doing it every 2 weeks, so we still got we probably got more games in then.
Yeah.
Even though we started later, it's weird. Weird stuff like that.
Well, that's because we were also doing 2 a month.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was every 2 weeks as opposed to once a month now.
And also, and I know we say a lot, and I think they've touched on this before. We say Nerf season because we stop playing at a certain point because of weather.
Right.
And then we pick it up again in the spring.
Yep.
As you all know, there's no Nerf season. It's not football or baseball or anything like that.
Nerf year round if you want.
If you have, if it's raining, hailing, if you want to be the postal service of Nerf, and you don't care about the weather, go out there.
Yes, bring the foam. For us, it's nice for me to have an off season because I can work on some mods and stuff. I never have free time because my weekends are always doing something, and then Nerf. And if I do have a free weekend, which is rare,
you're doing something for Nerf.
I'm doing something for Nerf, or every once in a while, I haven't had one since the first Nobicon game, but I've been ooh, if I have a weekend where I can go to Nobicon,
I'm gonna
go Novacon. So I end up nerfing anyway. So it's like, whew, man. Plus, we're doing videos, podcasts.
It's also really hard to say no to those beards. They are so majestic. I'm jealous.
Beautiful.
Like I can't.
I know.
I mean, you got something good going on right now.
This is all scraggly just because I don't know what I'm gonna do for Halloween, in case I need a beard or some facial hair. And,
Can you dress up like one of the Novacon guys?
Can I? Yeah. There we go. We can do that. We'll see. I don't know if I can get this out in time.
Actually, we know you
get
can,
some extensions.
We know you can do a B.F.U.
Yeah,
We can totally do that with you.
Yeah,
What do you call a baby snake?
Man.
I'm so sorry that I am on this Nerfcast. It was rough. B.F.U. was supposed to be here, but he's got to do the,
He's got something with Microsoft and a meeting. I don't know.
So,
he's doing real stuff.
Here I am, Jangle McJangles. I'm just supposed to produce it. Producers don't do.
Nah, yeah. You're supposed to be the background.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. So you were saying before the battery died.
Yeah. We've had some technical difficulties today.
A few.
So something I want to do in the off season here.
Oh yeah, on the off season. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Is and I'd like to preface this, Vinnie Mac. We love you. We were at WrestleMania this year with B.F.U. We were the 3 guys in the pink Macho Man shirts.
Yep.
In the nosebleed section.
So,
what I'm about to propose, we will make no money on whatsoever. So, even if you did sue us, there's nothing to take.
He ain't lying.
I mean, maybe the camera stand. It's a good camera stand.
It's a good camera stand.
Okay.
I mean, I bought it at Savers, but still solid.
It's about sending a message.
Exactly.
Anyway, we love you, Vinny. So, you were struggling for people on today. So I'm gonna make some entrance themes with cut video from our footage.
Oh yes.
I've already got one for B.F.U. He's gonna come into with John Cena's music. All right. Okay. You can't see him when he starts running.
Yeah.
Jangular is gonna have Brock Lesnar's theme music.
Boom, Coast City.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it.
Exactly. So, but I don't know what to put on for Josh, so I'm gonna leave that up to you. YouTube, Reddit, Nerf. Whoever is out there watching this
Whoever
one,
sees this, Koozy's gonna be like, I got this.
and decided to keep watching once you saw it was me. Thank you for that. You just want to see how big the widescreen is on this. Whoever you want it to be, Kurt Angle, Ric Flair, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch. The Bella Twins.
Ooh, no, that's gotta be my brothers.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
No, they could also be. The Bella Twins are your brothers.
Yeah. They're twins, so
that's you guys can't use the Bella Twins.
That's the. I mean,
Yeah.
Either that, or I get to be Dusty, and then my brothers can be Gold Dust and Stardust. Yes. One of my brothers has an idea. The other one's like, I don't know, but I don't know what you're saying, but I don't know if I like it.
I can just see Gabe coming out there just.
That's my boy. My boy, I love me some Stardust.
Anyway. Send the star.
Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh. I mean, I did do the Macho Man, on the review on one of these videos.
I saw the one. That was a good video. Yeah. My gosh. Yeah, we won't monetize those for sure. Yeah. Those are purely parody. Yes. Pure parody, pure love.
Oh my gosh. That's freaking hilarious. I mean, not that I say we're not going to monetize those. Not like even though we monetize these, not like I've made money off of these videos as of yet.
You haven't made any money off of any of these videos?
No, I've never collected a check from YouTube or Google for the blog. It's all, eventually, maybe, I'll make money, and that year it can pay for we host pictures, the Podbean website, and the Bay Area Nerf site. Oh, my first dollar.
Yep.
There we go.
Like Mr. Krabs.
Boom. To be like my number one dime, like Scrooge McDuck. I'm going to put it right here. Hopefully they can see that in the video.
It's going to hold. Oh,
bam!
You got Georgie watching.
There we go. I don't know. Yes. Sorry, I know some of you are probably like, yeah, I get annoyed that I have to watch these stupid ads. Like, I'm sorry. BayAreaNerf.com, I have to re-register that every year. I think I already went through all this like 2 seconds ago. But I run a lot of stuff, and it just comes out of my pocket. I don't take it out of the Dart money. That's specifically, like, I try to keep, although B.U.R.N was like, Bay Area Nerf started after B.U.R.N, but they kind of are together. They're kind of not, like, I keep them separate, right? They're not like, oh, I'll just take some of that money out and pay for the blog renewal.
Yeah, you know, it's like Pepsi and Dr. Pepper. I think they're owned by the same company, but they're two different things.
Yeah, I don't know if they are anymore. I feel like Dr. Pepper branched out and they're its own company now.
Really? They were just like, I'm out?
I think so, because I feel like I've seen them at like Coke stuff before. They used to be only Pepsi product, but I don't know. Yeah. Parent companies. I know that Taco Bell and KFC are together with Pizza Hut. They all together.
See, that sounds like a great idea, and we're gonna diverge because we're talking about food right now. I love Taco Bell.
And Long John Silver's.
Yeah, but
that's the other one.
You can't combine Taco Bell with other places.
It's rough.
Mainly because you can't have Baja Blast then.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is the thing. It is exclusive Taco Bell, even though their parent company. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
I know. You loving that Baja Blast.
I do love that's Body by Baja.
Body by Baja. Only in California.
Yeah.
And
not the good Baja. You down south, you just rippling with the muscles and the oil.
Nope. Oh my god.
There's a reason I'm wearing a sweater in this very hot room we're in right now.
Yeah, you know, sacrifices were made for the good of the people.
That's all. I mean, you had someone show up to not the last game, but the game before last. Really fit looking dude, all muscular and ripped. I'm like, ooh, I'm leaving mine.
Oh, yeah, my boy. He came from my work actually. Yeah, which is cool. He was like, hey, you're from Bay Area Nerf, right? And I'm like, yeah. Like, who is this dude? He's like, yeah, I was looking to go into one of the events, and I had some questions, and I was watching the video, and I was like, I swear, I just saw that guy at work, and we're like in line to go to a food truck, and I'm like, dude, that's awesome. We just started talking about it. He came. He was like super cool. He was stoked. Yeah, that was awesome. Now people at work are like, oh, yeah, you do Nerf stuff. You're a Nerf guy. They talk to me about Nerf. They're trying to get like a Nerf thing together for at work now.
That's good. See, and you guys could do that at work too. That's where you might be able to start your community at work.
It's a thing.
See, it's all coming together.
I mean, I ain't got a college to start a community for, so I gotta do it at work, I guess. I mean, you know, luckily I had enough friends. You know, me and Sean. They were, you know, mostly people that Sean knew at the time.
Yeah.
He just pulled them together, and we were able to start and build it up. But, you know, good stuff. Good stuff, dude. Oh yeah.
I felt we started somewhere on this conversation, and
we did. We started we were talking about people having heat stroke.
Yep.
And then I don't even know.
We just talked about community, communication.
Yup. I think we talked a little bit about thinking outside the box.
Yep.
You know, props and stuff like that. Few things.
Oh yeah, I remember. Upcoming games.
Upcoming games, yes.
We started on the Nobicon. We got distracted by their amazing
beards.
Puns
yes,
and beards.
That's right. HVZ SFSU just had a game like the same weekend that we did.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. I wish that I had gone up to it. I just totally didn't have time. We were actually, me and my girlfriend were watching our friend's house because they have 4 dogs. Actually, she was watching it while I was playing Nerf. And then I went there the next day to help her out because I didn't help her at all previously that week. Yeah, they just had a game. I think they're gonna have another one, but I don't know if they've announced the date yet.
They had some people really cool costume, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So some of the pictures that I saw look like they're playing at night because they've done games during the day, some at night. The night ones have always been better in my opinion. But I don't know if you've seen the movie. I think it's Smiley.
No.
It's like a dude, his mask looks he has no face, but then he has slits cut in it for eyes and a smile cut in the face. It was cool. It was a creepy looking it looked like a lower budget horror movie, but there was somebody wearing a mask like that and they looked cool and I was like, dude, probably good I didn't go because I would have been nope, I'm out, I'm done, we're cool. But he came out of the shadows, he's wearing all black with just this no face with blood, and I was because I'm remembering not the last time I went, but the first time I went, this guy. You ain't never seen me run so fast in a game at B.U.R.N. ever. I guarantee it.
I was out in the first round, and mainly because if you've seen Zombieland, you know rule number 1, cardio.
Yes.
I realize when the zombie apocalypse does occur, I'm out. I'm out. I'm taking people with me. I'm out. But anyway, so I'm out.
Yeah.
And then it's the next round.
So yes, it's round 2, and I'm with my squad, and we went to somebody from the school led us to a place that was not the place they told us to go to, so we ended up, like, there's no way out. We had to go back the way we came, but, like, zombies had already basically walled it off. We busted through. There's, like, 7 of us left or something, because there was, like, 3 dudes that had, like, 2 swords, like 2 or 3 dudes, like, around us. We're up against a wall, like, Solid Snake in it, right? So there's a wall going this way. And then that wall ends, right? Because the building is a square, right? So this is, like, the joint. We're on this part of the wall, like, crouching along this way. Dudes with swords are keeping the zombies off. Us with, like, I got my Alpha Trooper, somebody else had, like, a Strife. We're like, alright, don't waste your ammo. Even though I brought, like, 8? I think it was 8. It might have been 12 round mags. I don't remember. I stocked up. I did not know the way that they play HVZ up there. You can, in between rounds, there's, like, a safe zone, and all the humans can, like, reload and stuff. So I didn't know you could bring, like, a little armory. Okay, I carried it all on me.
Once again, he was Steven Seagal full tech.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. It's not super heavy, but it's cumbersome. I mean, I've done airsoft with, like, real cap games of airsoft with, like, full loadouts, and that's, sure, a lot heavier, but I expect to kind of be jogging and doing stuff. This was, like, I was running for my life all the time. We ran in, we fought our way out, we ran out. I was, like, dead. I'm like, oh my God, so tired. And so we're crawling against this wall, and there's one dude on this side of me, right, and this is where the wall ends, like I said. Dude over here, we're fighting some zombies. Zombies are coming this way. We're tagging people. The dude over here, I'm like, all right, check that corner.
So this is where I come in.
So dude is like this, like, pretend this is the wall, and then it gets to, like, there's no wall here.
And I'm
a corner.
right here. So I hear Josh yell out to the guy, hey, smack your sword against that wall.
So his sword is straight out this way, as if the wall, like, he's continuing the wall with the sword.
So if he had just gone, flick, that's it. I'm out. I'm down. Because
we can't see, it's dark.
Yeah, but, you know, I take the hit, I go down.
Right.
If he had done that.
Yes.
This dude
But he just steps out.
And there is full back, just completely exposed. Now, I could have just gone, tag.
Yes.
I'm like, let me have some fun. It's like a Silent Hill night at San Francisco.
It's foggy.
I grab this guy and just pull him into the darkness.
You full on, like, Batman's him from the shadows. So, I'm like, check that wall, pop, pop. Right as that, like, as that happens, these zombies rush in because they see one dude go down. So I turn, and I see this dude being pulled into the shadows. And I look, and I turn back around, and these guys with the swords are now down, and my other buddy's down. And I turn back, and I just see this guy holding on to this dude in the shadows. And I'm like, ah, ah, ah. But it was like a scream laugh because I recognized him, but it was too late. My body had already been like, and we run now. So I'm like laughing, screaming, running at the same time.
And Josh has this 3-point sling. He just drops his blaster straight angles.
Nope.
He's knees to chest, arms up. He's breaking all sorts of Olympic records. And Josh is on a good day, 140.
Oh, damn.
There were guys my size who saw him barreling towards as zombies, and they're like,
I don't want to break a leg. It's cool. I'll just wait.
He was like a chibi juggernaut.
Dude, I came in, and they were like, all right, like, B Squad's back. Like, where is everybody else right behind me? Like, I am B Squad. I'm all that's left. And they didn't believe me for like a solid minute until the round finally ended, and it was like, there's no one coming. It's just me.
So Josh is just that dude sitting in the corner rocking back and forth. I'm all this up. It's like, think of it movie terms. It's everyone's dying around him. He's looking around. They're being torn to pieces, and he's just there like, I can't save anybody.
Yep. It was too late. So I remember what it was too, because that dude went around the corner. This other dude went out to try to save some other person, and we're like, you can't go out to save someone, and then we just fell apart. And I was like, oh, everybody just got tagged. I'm out. They decided to that's what happens when you break rank. You gotta stick to the plan. Everybody stick together in a group. You got the swords on the outside. You conserve the ammo on the inside. You go. They were just like, hold on, I'm gonna nope, and I'm out.
That's part is I think the guy screamed too when I grabbed him.
Because I saw and I was like, yeah, what's going on?
I don't think you could make that sound now if you wanted to.
I could not. I couldn't. I wish that I had the GoPro at the time and I recorded it or something because it was beautiful. I mean, at the time, I was like, ah! But it was great because I saw you, and it became It was the aha while I started running. That to this day, I'll never forget that.
And I looked at Josh and I looked at the guy I took out, and we were both looking at him like, damn.
Because he couldn't come after me. They've got feeding times once they tag somebody, so I'm like, boom.
Don't get it twisted. Even if we didn't have feeding times, I wasn't catching that.
That's I'm just saying.
You were Speedy Gonzalez and Sonic did the fusion dance, and then you were just out.
Oh man, that was awesome. I remember that. I haven't been to an HBZ game in a while. I haven't been to NovaCon. I've just been too dang busy.
That's only because of work, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's rough. I got no hours of sleep. I'm always getting called in the middle of the night because I'm on call 24 hours half the time, and then I'm nerfing, and then I'm making videos, and I'm just always doing something. I got something going on. Yeah. So the off season is kind of nice for me. If I get to go to a game where I don't have to bring all the darts and all of the poles and timers and things, it's like woohoo! I just have to grab my blaster, put my pants on, and go. In that order. I just get up, make sure my Alpha Trooper's good.
Yeah, Nerf mornings I make sure not to open his door by accident. I don't know what stage he's in, so.
Yeah, it's best to wait. Once I've come out and presented myself to the world, usually I'm good to go.
Presented it with clothes on.
Yes. It's a real thing.
He's not doing that morning yoga,
No. Mm-mm. Not Halloween in it.
But yeah, so like we were saying, so HBZ just had their game.
Yes, HBZ we had
a game.
San Jose Meetup had a game on the 10th, I think, for this month. Yeah. And then NovaCon is having theirs on the 25th. I think we already said that.
Yep. But next month, the B.U.R.N game is in the air. It depends on the weather.
Yeah.
But
I think we've run one November game since we started, and it was rough. But not a lot of people showed up.
Our buddy with the 5600.
Oh yeah.
Said he would like to run a game at the same location.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Fair warning: if you do try to run stuff at the location, one of the other things that we had was when we did run in November, if I remember correctly, was we had a ton of holds because they started some after-school thing on the weekend. I mean, and kids are there and their parents, and they're always coming in and out. Because I remember we did a November game one year and we were like, we just got to stop in October. The weather's getting bad, not a lot of people are showing up, and we have holds every 2 minutes. Yeah. So it was something weird like that. So maybe it's better, but fair warning, we don't intend to do a game if it just, keeps being super nice. It did rain the past couple of days, but, we'll see.
Yeah, last Saturday had the promise of rain. Right now, Mars has more water than we do, so we could use the rain.
Yeah, for real. They're like, water on that planet. Hey, can we get a little... No, we just... so dry here.
I mean, I don't know how they get... I think, do they get, giant ice hooks?
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, I don't know science. That's all you, Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know.
NASA it up,
I wear a NASA shirt. I'm going to jail.
Oh.
But, yeah,
Yeah, games.
Yeah.
Games.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
It was a really fun game. I mean, just quick recap over everything you said. It was a fun game.
Yep.
The community's badass.
Yeah.
Even the online community is fun.
Yes.
I think for the most part, Reddit gets along very well.
Yeah,
which is surprising.
I mean, there's some stuff that has come in and out. Yeah. I think we've gotten a lot better as a community. Yeah. That's what I think we've tried to do a lot. Is dude, it doesn't matter how you play. There's not a right way and a wrong way to nerf. As long as you're out there having fun.
Yeah. I mean, we have a couple guys at our games. Their fun is staying in for as long as possible.
Yep.
They get a good KD.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I like getting the objectives as quick as I can. Let's be perfectly honest. But I mean, I don't have a care for if I get tagged out or not.
Right.
I'm running in as best as I can.
For sure.
Start the timer, die not. Hopefully, I've cleared path.
Right.
But that's my play style.
Right.
End of the day, foam blasters. It's for fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun at Nerf, that's something you need to bring up to your community.
Yeah. Figure out why aren't you having fun?
Yep.
You should all be out there having fun, and leave all your grievances out before you step on the field. Just go out there and have a good time, man. It's all about building, listening, like we said, taking stuff back from your community, and giving stuff too. The more you put in, I think the better you're going to be, because you're going to explain to people what you find fun and what you don't find fun, and then hopefully...
it's what you put in is what you get out.
Exactly. this is good stuff. Good stuff. We're just fortunate in the Bay Area to have so many communities.
Yeah, that's Mr. Nerfer's neighborhood right there.
Mr. Nerfer's neighborhood. Yeah. There we go.
Actually, I think we may have something for a future skit.
We go next time I'm at Savers and be looking at sweaters like,
You know it's got to be B.F.U.
Oh yeah, he could be Mr. Nerfer's neighborhood.
Yep.
Oh, I could be the mailman. Yes.
Full circle, eh, buddy?
There we go.
Full circle. Speaking
Mr.
of
McPhee.
speaking of mailmen, if you guys out there, you want to Nerf in the rain, you want to Nerf in the snow and hail, that's something I would actually like to see. I want to see how you guys handle that kind of environment. If you are the Postal Service of Nerf, I want to see that.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing, aside from a lot of people have problems with getting stuff wet and themselves getting wet, is if you're outside and it's actually getting cold, and I know we're in California, so we have no right to talk
about cold. I mean, it gets to 69, and I'm like, someone tossed me a Snuggie.
Yeah,
it's
like
cocoa. Whereas, but give me 110 degree weather, and I'll be fine. I'll be wearing jeans.
But if you're out there and you do Nerf in that, I mean, because I think the biggest thing that in Nerf is people calling hits and stuff. How do you even feel that through like layers? I don't know. It's like I said, it gets a little bit cold here. People put on sleeves and suddenly it's chaos, man. Like, I tagged you. No, you didn't. I didn't feel nothing. We're good about that.
Yeah.
I'm joking. We do have the whole like, hey, I got you in the arm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thing.
I mean, I'm pretty thick, so usually when like in Jangular's video, he said he got me. He didn't even have a dart in the blaster, and he was like, I got you. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's
There's no point in arguing. It's just for fun.
It's a game, especially when you have unlimited respawn, right? It's not like HVZ. I understand like being a little bit more. And if you're a zombie, you're the one who's getting tagged, so just take it.
Yeah.
If you're a human, it's pretty obvious because they touch you,
yeah.
right? But if you have like a one life game, I could understand maybe being a little bit people that are really competitive. Like, no, you definitely didn't hit me. Yeah. In this, like, dude. With the time you waste talking about it, take the hit, go back, respawn, come in.
Oh, and real quick, just so I can throw this out there.
Uh-oh.
As Jangular was apologizing to me for the missed call, someone else tagged me out for reals.
Yes. See, so,
And I'm like, oh, son.
When in doubt, take the hit. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. We got more out of this than I thought. I know we died, and we had we were talking for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
We came back.
We realized we only recorded half an hour, so if we did repeat anything, just blame it on us being old.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a new camera. I didn't realize for some reason I just spaced the fact that it's FAT32, so it'll only go up to 4 gigs, which is apparently about 30 minutes of footage. Yeah. I didn't really do the conversions and think about it. I was like, let's record. I didn't think we were gonna get half an hour.
We got to do Common Core math.
No, we just started talking, and then we just. To be fair, it's probably good we re-recorded this half because we went way off topic the first time around.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about all sorts of crazy stuff.
I can't even remember how this up.
Nah, and then it was like, anyway, getting back to Nerf.
Yeah, but yeah, so getting back to Nerf.
Getting back,
Yeah, so we had a good talk about the game, the raffle, community.
For sure.
Communication.
Communication key.
Tell me what you want for Josh's entrance music. Local games. Your guys' thoughts.
Yeah.
On playing year-round. I think it was good.
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, when there's not a lot of news, I like being able to get people some ideas and stuff to think about. That's not just like, hey, this is how good this blaster is. Yeah. This is a good mod. This worked well in the field. Blah blah. I mean, good to have some other stuff besides just that. So. And
hopefully next week you guys will be re-blessed with B.F.U.
Yeah,
I'll be back for the end of year recap show.
Yeah, there we go. We'll do
actually, the thing next week.
Oh yeah. We'll probably get some footage.
That recap.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
We'll do some stuff
for the people.
For the people. The people out here.
The Rock. The Rock's entrance music. See, Josh can do the eyebrow. Okay, maybe not.
No, I can't.
Okay. The pebble.
The pebble.
Before anyone says I make too many short jokes at him, known like 20-something years.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this happens. Yeah. We toned it down for the podcast.
Yeah, the fact that I haven't sworn for 5 minutes straight, I gotta keep their PG rating.
Exactly. It's rough, man.
It's we're not in the attitude era of Nerf yet.
When it comes.
If Nerf attitude era ever comes, I mean,
I think there was like one podcast where we just like it broke out for a hot minute, and I was like, oh.
Well, I think I remember that because I was actually there. I was behind the camera,
like,
and I'm just yes.
Oh yeah, good
Daniel
stuff.
Bryan.
You know. I did that Macho Man.
Yeah.
For the other video.
He's got the bow.
That's true.
Yep. All right.
We're gonna stop. John, you're off. I think we're gonna start veering off topic again.
We're rambling.
But
to an Afghani goodbye.
Dude, thanks for being on. Especially on short notice.
Great.
It
was fun.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Thanks everybody for watching, for listening. If you made it this far, pat yourself on the back. I know it was rough. So this is Josh.
Arjang.
Happy tagging.